The academic system, the school system, provides us with knowledge and education about sciences, maths, and languages. These three are good, I know. I'm not saying that they're not important. They're actually essential for a basic understanding of the world: sciences, maths, and language. Now, the school gives us science, maths, and languages. I know not everybody is built for that. Not everybody wants to take a science degree. Not everybody wants to be a doctor, a lawyer. I understand that, yes. So, I hope parents can be more open minded and really accept the fact that there are also other things out there. So, if you want to make good money, it doesn't matter about what career you choose. What really matters is if you are passionate about it, you provide good service, of course, and you are really good at your skill. So if you're good at your skill, whatever it is, whatever field or industry you're in, doesn't matter. If you work hard, you'll get there eventually. The money is just like a side product. This is very important. So the school belief wants us to just indulge in sciences, maths, and languages, especially sciences, like becoming a doctor or maybe a lawyer. This is what the schools and parents want us to kind of believe in, like this career, you can make a living through it. But the fact is, there are a lot of careers, a lot of other forms of careers out there that can also contribute to society and make a decent or a good living. It just depends on how good you are at it, your communication and social skills, and how willing are you to put in the work. These things are way more important. And so also school systems tend to kind of fixate us into this thinking that, oh, you have to score well, you have to get good grades, good marks, and all that, score A's in order to secure more chances. Now, grades don't determine every single thing in your life. Grades just mean that you are doing around this level or this level at this point of your life. Well, it is important that maybe if you got an F for your maths, you have to improve. There are ways to improve. Now, that is what the benefits of school and education are, is they teach you to improve. Schools shouldn't enforce fully that you have to get good grades. It doesn't matter, you have to get good grades. No, that's not how it works. Not everybody is good at everything. But school can teach you to improve what you are maybe weaker at. Although we don't like these things, schools are actually providing us with proper preparation. So these things that you don't like, the subjects that you don't like, are actually going to transfer into real life situations. Like, let's say you have to pay the bills, you don't like to pay the bills, but you still have to pay the bills. You have to work, you have to take care of your family, you have to do these other responsibilities in life that you don't like, and it's part of your life. You still have to do it. So school teaches you that not everything you do is what you like, and this is part of life. This is the full package of life. That is what the benefit of school is. Well, the downside is, however, I don't think schools should strongly reinforce the fact that students should 100% focus on their grades. Like, say, like, you have to get A, you have to get really good results in order to, secure a good future. That doesn't mean that whatever you score just determines your level at that moment, at that point of life. It's just merely a process, all right? It doesn't determine like, oh, if I score A, then I'll be successful, man. I'll be a millionaire. I'll have a good career. I have a good family. No, it doesn't mean that. There are so many other things that come into play. So coming back, now I want to talk about the forms of intelligence. Now, intelligence comes in so many ways. Intelligence doesn't just come in the form of academics, like in maths and sciences or languages. That is form of intelligence. Another form of intelligence is social intelligence. How well can you recognize social situations? How well can you actually understand people, listen to them, speak to them? How well you can carry yourself with confidence while you're speaking, your body language, How well are you aware of the situation or the context in an event, meeting, or whatever it is? This is social intelligence. And another one is creative intelligence. Creative intelligence. And another type of intelligence is called emotional intelligence. EQ, emotional intelligence. How well can you manage your emotions? The fact that you know that emotions are inevitable, negative emotions especially, like you will get sad, depressed in points of life, but the point is how you manage it, how you overcome these feelings of depression or whatever it is, or nervousness. How can you overcome it? How can you overcome anxiety, for example? How can you cope with stress or whatever feeling it is? That is emotional intelligence. So there are a lot of forms of intelligence, not just in terms of academics, maths, or sciences. Some may have higher emotional intelligence, some may have lower emotional intelligence, some may be higher in terms of creative intelligence. So it really depends, because every single person is different. So you can't just judge someone based on maybe their studies or the academics. If they are not good at it, you cannot just judge them that, oh, this guy is not smart at all. Albert Einstein, Steve Jobs, Thomas Edison, these guys, they did not do well in school, but look at what they have contributed to society and what great accomplishments they have achieved. So yes, school is important. It does teach us a lot of lessons, but remember, school is not everything. It teaches you things, but at the same time, the grades, the exams, the results are just purely accessing your level at this point. It's not going to determine your future, and mostly it doesn't really determine your overall intelligence. Maybe you have other forms of intelligence that you have yet to discover, and you have to find your own intelligence, which form of intelligence that you are the best at, where you can strive the best at. That is pretty much it for today's video. If you guys have any more opinions, any more problems, any more questions, feel free to comment down below. I'll be reading them and maybe handpicking a few ones and posting them and including them in future videos, of course. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.